I remember back at those times at the old the dojo, you were getting a lot of flack from the local churches, weren't you?
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's a story that we should tell, so some of these young fellows will know. What was that all about?
Well, the churches were concerned about the students that we trained, and then they went to the schools, the different elementary schools, and the kids were getting into fights and things like that. But what happened was, on the playground, once they knew that our students were in the martial arts, they started picking and kicking, things like that. Well, if you know martial arts, and if you're in a school and you do a kick, you know what that kick's called. But if you're just not in the martial arts and you do a kick, it's just street fighting or playing. Well, that's all the kids were doing, was just playing. So we got looked out because we had a school and we were large and we were training to be that. So we kind of got the raw end of the deal. Now the other flip side of that was the students, we taught them to keep a notebook. Remember that?
Yeah.
So when they kept a notebook, we gave them homework. So when they went to school, they learned the concept of keeping a notebook and doing your homework. So we kind of, people didn't see that, and we helped them as students themselves. So we kind of got the raw end of the deal of that.
And that's a concept that I learned many years ago about keeping a notebook. And you were known as one of the fiercest tournament fighters back in the 80s.
I had to quit because of that, because I was too fierce. Because tournament fighting, can I explain this real quick?
Sure.
Tournament fighting is not for persons that are teaching self-defense strongly. Because when you take it to a tournament and you do a technique, if you perform slow or pulling your punches, that's the way, or you practice that way, that's the way you're going to perform. So I wasn't that type of person where I would want to pull my punch. Well, you're not allowed to hit in tournaments in the face. So I got a lot of disqualifications. So tournament fighting wasn't for me. That's what Shotokan does for you. It builds you up to have that muscle memory. It builds you up to be able to take out an individual in a few seconds. That's what Shotokan's all about. That's what I like best about Shotokan.
Where do you see this association in, say, 10 years? What do you see?
I see our Hall of Fame built. I see our headquarters and dojo in our Hall of Fame, and it's a working Hall of Fame. We're going to have our inductees. It's not like a normal Hall of Fame where you pay and you play. It's not like that. It's a Hall of Fame where we take the best of the best, and we induct them, and we stay with them, and they stay with us. It's a working Hall of Fame. You'll see these people until they die. It's not like induct somebody and then you never see them again.
So this is going to be not only an association, but a brotherhood.
Yes. The Hall of Fame will be a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood now, and we don't even have the Hall of Fame. So it's really exciting that when we get the Hall of Fame, now these people, you can come there in Columbus, Ohio, and see and learn about these people off the kiosks and their bios and so on and so forth.